Hi guys, I'm finally back. It's been 2 weeks since I did my VSG surgery. So I'm here today. I would like to update about what's going on so far. And before I get started, I just want to have a little bit of a disclaimer. Whatever I share is just based on my experiences, what I've gone through, and what I've been advised by my doctors, my dietitian, endocrinologist, etc. And I'm not the doctor. I'm not certified. So if you need any advice, please kindly speak to your doctor. Okay. So let's get to it. Before I get started, I just want to thank all of you who have actually sent me messages both on my personal Instagram as well as the D+Co DMs. I really appreciate it. Some of you actually were sending me messages and trying to get to know how am I doing day by day, and I really appreciate it. However, can I please request that you actually follow me on my personal page instead, so that we can have a chit chat, we can have a more personal DMs, which is my personal Instagram at diana.vsg. I'll put it down below in this YouTube video and you can just click on it. Yep. So before I get started, if you guys are here by clicking the link in my bio, please do help to click on the watching app in YouTube app, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my video as it supports my channel. Okay, so every one of you are very interested as to what happened during the surgery day. So basically on 11 November, I went to check in at the admissions center at about 9:30, and from there I did the registration, I did all the paperwork, and then that's where also I did several tests. I had my blood pressure taken, my weight, also my temperature, just to make sure that I'm fine. And I also went on to change my gown, and actually the nurses also took a measurement of my calves so that they can actually choose the correct size for compression socks. This compression socks is actually very important because it will actually help to prevent blood clotting, and while you're in surgery, right, they will put you on, I don't know what is it called, it's a machine that will actually kind of help to like compress, massage in a way, so that will keep your blood flowing and prevent blood clots. So you'll be wearing that. Basically, I think I wore for 2 days, and then on the third day I remove it. So yeah. And once you change to your OT gown, obviously if you're a Muslim, you're wearing hijab, you have to take it off, you have to remove everything, and all the jewelries, everything you have to remove. But there are some cases that they actually allow certain jewelries to be worn during the operation, so you can actually check with your nurses or doctors beforehand. So the whole process actually took about 3 to 4 hours. It was quite long, mainly because my surgery was scheduled to be like the second or the third, I'm not sure. So although I reported at 9:30 AM, my surgery is only scheduled at about 12:40 to 1 PM. So yeah, and I actually spent quite some time just sitting and doing nothing. Basically, the whole thing went by really fast. The next thing I knew, the nurses already called me, and I had to say goodbye to my mom. They brought me into this elevator, and that's already the operating theatre, and then they put me on a bed, and then just told me to lie down and relax. And that was when I was like, okay, this is it, this is really happening. I need to calm myself down. I'm sure that I want to do this surgery. And yeah, they started pushing me to the operating theatre, and then things just got so busy. There's so many people around you. There's nurses, there's anesthetists, there's a doctor and everything. They are just like everywhere around. They're just like prepping you. They will start asking you questions just to verify your name, your address and your phone number, who to call once the operation is done, all sorts of questions. And then the anesthetist will actually come and hook you up on the drip and everything. Yeah, at that point of time you just have to like surrender and just let it go. And then when they pushed me into the operating theatre, they also put me on this like a gas thing. They just like told me to breathe slowly. There wasn't any count or anything. They just breathe, just focus on breathing. And the next thing I knew, I just woke up from my op done, and oh my god, like seriously, it, like I don't know where all the time went. It's just gone. The next thing I woke up, I actually realized that I was moaning in pain. Like I don't know if I can like tell you how it was, but I was like, pain. I was like, can you imagine, like when I woke up, I heard myself saying that, and I was just moaning, and like my throat was like choking, like it was really coarse, and like there's a big like a lump there just stuck, and everything just felt in, I was like in tremendous amount of pain, and I was just moaning and nurses and anesthetists all just come around me, and I'm like, Diana, like I think they're like shaking on me, like, Diana, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, as in, your pain, is it too unbearable? Can you take it? Can you tahan? Can I give you some painkillers now? Then I'm like, pain. All I did was like just moaning in pain non-stop. Like, I don't know about you, whether you have like any of you guys have gone for any type of surgery before, but this was my time, my first time. I've not done any surgery before, and I don't know how's my pain threshold like. So to me, that was the most unbearable pain that I've ever faced before. By the time that they set up the pain, I guess a drip, and then it's connected to a remote thing, the first thing that I did, I was click, and by the time I knew, I clicked 6 times, like 6 times, and then the next thing I know, I vomit a lot of blood, and I was like, you know, because of GA and all that, you know, I'm still like hallucinating, or like, you know, still in a limbo, and then I just keep vomiting, and then I see like the tray full of blood. It was like I already have to deal with the pain, and I'm vomiting non-stop, and then immediately the anesthetist just took away, and Diana, listen to me, you have to stop, you know, you cannot be doing this, you have to endure a little bit of pain. Then at the point of time, I just couldn't process. I'm like, a little bit of pain, do you know how much pain I'm in? You know, but like I do listen to what she was saying. Like, basically this painkiller, the side effects is that you will vomit, and you will feel nauseous and feel giddy, dizzy. So they want to slowly release it bit by bit, and it's only like for as and when you really need it, you see. But the first thing I did was like keep clicking it like already 6 times. So can you imagine? Please, if you're going for this surgery, please bear in mind and don't repeat my mistakes. So yeah, so that was like the first time that I woke up, and it was seriously terrible. I was like already regretting my decision. I was like, why did you decide to do this? You know, you don't even know how the pain is like, and then now you're here, and then like, you know, just like all the regrets and everything just flowing, and then at the same time you're like, you know, you're not thinking straight. And what made it worse was that they couldn't get a bed for me. So basically my surgery was 1 p.m. They ended it at 2 p.m. It was quite fast, no complications, 1 hour surgery. I had 5 keyholes, so I have 5 incisions done, and then I think I woke up at about 3:30, and I was at the recovery from 3:30 all the way until 7:30 p.m. There wasn't any bed at all at the high dependency ward, and it really sucks because I actually opt for class B2, right? So it's quite popular lah, it's in demand. So they didn't have a bed for me. That was pure torture because the beds that were in the recovery, right, it was like quite small. It's smaller than those in the wards. So I was already constrained to that, right? And then I have back issues, so I was like finding a sweet spot, and every time when I try to sleep or rest or whatever, already I was like trying to get used to whatever that was going on, and then plus the nauseousness and vomiting that I was going through. I was also trying to find a sweet spot to actually lie down. I was having difficulties, and I kept waking up like every 20 minutes, so it was pure torture. And then every now and then I will press the painkillers, right? I will confirm vomit out blood. So yeah, within that 3-4 hours I actually vomited quite a number of times. That was seriously, it was just torturous. Like now that I'm here, when I try to remember whatever that went on, right, I myself am amazed that I went through that. And yeah, and I think my parents, my family, my in-laws, everyone was like worried for me because they couldn't contact me. I didn't have my phone with me. They were just waiting and waiting until the time they can visit me. So I think everyone was getting really anxious about me lah. And when they actually told me, the nurses told me that okay, they finally have a bed for me, that was like 7:30. So I went to ward 70 something, and then they already shifted me, and then they changed my gown and everything. I was like already like, okay, maybe I can finally sleep. But before I could actually rest, another nurse came in and told me that sorry, we sent you to the wrong ward. You're supposed to be at the high dependency ward. They have actually sent you wrongly. We're so sorry, we have to move you now. I was like, oh my god, like I have to move again? Like you can't be serious, you know, like again. So yeah, so I had to repeat the whole process again. And then they sent me to another ward, 60 something, high dependency, and I had to change the gown. I had to do some swab tests and everything. I think I only managed to settle down at about 8:30 to 8:40. That was when I was told, okay, your husband and your dad is coming over. They finally managed to register at the counter downstairs. They will come and see you soon. And at that point of time, I was like already in pain, and I can't sleep, and I just really want the day to be over. So yeah, that's how the first day was. And yeah, so basically you're on drip and everything, right? I wasn't allowed to have any water. But while I was at the recovery, I actually begged them to give me water because like my throat was really dry, and then I actually felt my lips was like, I think because they inserted something, right? My lips both like on the sides had like tear, like cuts, and it was really painful. So I was like begging the nurse, please just give me water, just a little bit, just to make my mouth moist. So so what the nurse did was, you know, those I think it was saline water or something like that, just a bottle. So she just like dripped a little bit on my mouth, and that was like really nice to me. It was heaven because I haven't had drink for quite some time. Basically it was torturous again because we are hooked up to everything, a lot of like the machines and everything, and everywhere is just beeping, and then like nurses will come and check like every 2 to 3 hours. They will check, like they will prick your fingers to check glucose level, they will check temperature, they will give meds and everything. So it's like basically I didn't have sleep the first night. Every 30 minutes I will wake up and I can't go to sleep. From then on I slept, I was like, oh, I just kept thinking, when is it going to be 6 a.m? When is it going to be 6 a.m? Why is that so? Was because I wanted to pee and asked the nurse, and the nurse was like, oh, if you want, we have to give you a bedpan. You're not allowed to go to the toilet until the next morning when the doctors come. So I was like, oh my god, bedpan, I'm so not ready for it. But again, I am still thankful that they didn't put me on catheter. Like I was seriously afraid to be on catheter, and yeah, so but of course, you know, when you have to go, I think like in the middle of the night or something, I really just have to ask the nurse and go ahead for the bedpan. I mean, this is inevitable, you see. So yeah, I guess this is something that you have to be prepared for. The next morning came, and then by 6:30 a.m, the nurses were actually put me up and then told me that, okay, come, let's take a seat, and then for the rest of the day you'll be sitting up instead of lying down on the bed, and then later on your physiotherapist will bring you out for a walk. I was still in pain, but it's so much better than the first day, or rather that first hour that I was out from the surgery. But I would still say that minimal movement, and also I have to really be careful because yeah, the pain is still there. At about 7:30 a.m, the doctors come and review, and then told me that I should take a walk, and then I should like slowly take a walk, and also try to achieve drinking 1.5 liters of water by at the end of the day, and see whether if I can go home. That second day I was actually struggling to drink water as well as Optifast, because that is the first time that, I mean, after the surgery, the first time that I will be drinking a lot of water, right? So my body still need to adjust to it. The feeling is like as though bubbles are trapped on your esophagus, your throat, and when it finally reaches your stomach, right, I can't describe the feeling, but it's like sharp pain. Like it's seriously very uncomfortable pain. So I obviously you're in pain, like, so you don't want to worsen it, so you end up not drinking, right? So that was what happened to me, and I couldn't drink the Optifast. Basically the Optifast, because I'm used to drinking the Optifast cold with ice, right? So when the nurse asked, oh, do you want cold or do you want warm, I actually asked for cold. And obviously I forgot, you know, things are going to be different, and yeah, I struggled to drink, so obviously I didn't drink. And when they make the Optifast, they make the whole bottle. It is only good for 3 hours, and I mean 3 hours max, and then after that you're supposed to discard and then make a new one. And I struggled. I was only comfortable in drinking sips of water, and they give you these like small little cups, like 30 ml sip cups for you to drink, and they also get you to tick like a chart to track the amount of water that you're drinking. So I struggled the second day, from that 6:30 a.m. all the way until the next morning 6:30 a.m. I think I only managed to get about 800 to 900 mls in total, which is seriously terrible. On that second day, the afternoon, right after my parents left, after visiting me, they actually moved me to the general ward, which I was excited for, because I will have more freedom to move and go to the toilet. I don't have to use bedpan, and then there will be less stress, you know, like I won't have to be on all these machines, and I'll be able to just sleep and rest more. So luckily for me, I got transferred to the same level, just a few wards away, and then I was placed with several other old ladies, which is fine to me because I had a better sleep the second night. I also tried to change the way I drink. So I started strategizing how many cups do I need to drink per hour, and then because it includes the Optifast shakes or meal replacement shakes and plus the water, right? So total should be at least 1 liter to 1.5 liters. When I woke up from like 6:30, then I tried to drink about 5 to 6 cups of the 30 ml sip cups. That was better, and also I actually asked the nurse to make for me warm Optifast, and I realized I can drink it better, and the digestion and you know, when it travels to my throat and everything, it just feels so much better. So yeah, that's what I did differently, and thankfully the third day I reached my goal, and then I was able to be discharged that afternoon. Yeah, other than that, regarding the nauseousness and vomit, I've stopped vomiting the second day. So as soon as I was transferred to the general ward, I was told that try to stop using the painkillers that they put into the drip, and because they already started giving oral painkillers, right? However, that painkiller, I think it was called Anorex, is a blue pill, also has a side effects, which is nauseousness and vomiting. So every time I take it, I will confirm vomit out. So when I told the nurses and I told the doctor, they actually switched it up to Panadol, because they were asking me how's my pain like, do I still need it to be high dosage, but I told them that I'm much better and I think Panadol will do fine. So initially I think they gave me 4 tabs and then reduced to 2 tabs, which was sufficient for me, because like the second day onwards, second and third day, the pain is much more bearable than the very first day. Comes the third day, I was like so much more refreshed. The pain has reduced significantly. I was able to walk to the toilet myself. I was able to take a slow walks around the ward by myself. Of course, slowly and with the drip pull, right? So I just slowly did it. That was what went on. Yeah, I actually got my period at the same time. I think I mentioned earlier I was spotting, right? During my 2 weeks pre-op Optifast liquid diet phase. So on the surgery day, TMI, but I'm not gonna lie about things I'm gonna share with you guys. When I first vomit post-op during the recovery. When I vomit, it came out. And yeah, it's seriously troublesome. Not only just troublesome, but it's painful, and I have the cramps and everything. I guess it's kind of good because kind of like naturally I have period, but also it's troublesome because I'm in pain, I have restricted movement, but at the same time I have to actually every now and then change my pad. So I was quite glad that when I went for the op, I actually wear a long sanitary pad just to make sure. So when I changed to the gown, right, they will actually get you to change to disposable panties. So I just transferred my long sanitary pad on the disposable panties and just went for the surgery. I also informed the nurses that I'm not sure whether I'm spotting or I'm on period, but I'm definitely having a discharge. So just in case, you know. So I'm not sure whether that's the reason why they didn't put me on catheter, or they just didn't need to, you know. So yeah, that was what happened. There are things that you should take note, especially when you're hospitalized, or like some of you who are going for this surgery very soon. You know, as you know, we're in the middle of pandemic, you know, COVID-19 and everything. So things are slightly different now. What's different is that the visiting hours. So, you know, last time you're allowed to have 4 visitors at one go, right? But now they have changed it to 2 persons at one time. I think you can register up to 5, I think, but the only ones that is allowed to go up at a time is only 2, and the visiting hours will be 12 to 2 and also 5 to 8 p.m. and it's strictly only during these 2 timings only. So for me, I didn't expect this at all. I brought a lot of stuff that I felt that really it was a need, and I was like, okay, in the morning my husband can come and then he can help me, you know, he can help me with dry shampooing my hair, and then he can help me, you know, bring me to the toilet so that I can wash up a bit, or like, you know, brush my teeth, wash my face and whatnot. But that obviously didn't happen, and nope, the nurses won't have time for you, especially when you're already transferred to, you know, you're already not allowed to move around in high dependency. But when you're already transferred into general ward, they just basically don't have the manpower. So obviously they won't entertain you, right? I mean, I think it's also partly because I just don't want to disturb them. There's a lot more other older ladies that need it more than I do. So yeah, that's one. And then another thing is that for the Optifast that you are going to drink the second and third day, right, you have to bring your own. You have to bring your own Optifast shakes, and you also have to bring your own shaker bottle. It's not that they don't have it, it's just that it will take some time for them to actually get it dispensed from the pharmacy and then bring it over to your ward, and so on and so forth. So it is best that you actually bring like a few packets, at least like 3 or 4, together with your shaker bottle, and then so that the nurses can make for you when you need it. And I think by the late afternoon, second day or third day, the nurses will actually ask you how many Optifast shakes of boxes do you want. What happened to me was that they didn't have chocolate. They ran out of chocolate flavor, and there was like the whole of Singapore is out of stock. What is left is only vanilla and strawberry, and I wasn't prepared for this because, you know, I bought some from Australia, right? So I bought all the fancy other flavors, but not chocolate, because I was certain that the hospital is going to dispense chocolate, but that didn't happen. And I was like, my god, vanilla and strawberry is like, you know, some people understand that, you know, yeah, prone to make me nauseous and vomit. So but I didn't have any choice, but lucky for me, because I already have the stocks from that I bought from Chemist Warehouse, so I only asked for 4 boxes. Where else, I think there was another guy who did it at the same time as I did. He asked for 12 boxes. I mean, you can do the calculation, like basically you're supposed to have like 3 to 4 sachets a day, 2 weeks post-op, so maybe you can just count how many boxes you need, and then you can tell the nurses that is how much you need. Okay, and also they are going to give you a binder. So okay, let me see the binder. Okay, it has 2 panels. Can you see? Okay, there's 2 panels. Okay, I'm not sure if this is applicable for everyone or not, but oh, hold on, why is it not focused? Okay, yeah, okay, so I'm not sure is it applicable for all hospital or not, but for me, it's a third-party vendor that actually work with SGH, and then this lady actually came to my bed, and then she was like, oh, I need to measure your waist and hip, just to check like what's the size that you need. And then she came with a box of binder that was perfectly fitted for me. And I find that really, really good, because everything is according to your size, right? So it will be well fitted for you. This is also covered by it's covered in your hospital bills, so it's either by Medisave, or if you have insurance coverage, it will also be covered. And I think there's some government subsidized for this as well, but for me, I actually asked for an extra set, and I was told that if you get an extra set, it might not be covered under the government subsidy, and you will have to pay out of pocket expenses. So I've yet to receive the bill, so I'm not really sure how it went for me, but yeah, it's good to have 2, so that because the first few days are still bleeding, right, from, I mean, I have blood stains and everything, so the binders are prone to getting blood stains, so it'll be great to have a spare one, and then you can change, and then one you can wash, and another one you can wear. If your doctor dispense just one for you, please request another one. It's good to have spare. Yeah, so you'll also be getting these supplements. I think a lot of my family members have been laughing at me, because if you're a parent, you have kids, you understand that this Epiton multivitamin drops is usually for infants, for kids, but I am now going to have to drink this basically for life, I guess. I mean, I'll be able to switch to another brand of gummies and whatnot, but for now, this is what the hospital has dispensed me. I think they gave me 20 bottles. So multivitamins, about 5 ml a day, and then you also get this calcium, liquid calcium, and you're supposed to take it about 15 ml every day as well. Other things that I take, my other supplements such as iron, my vitamin D3, all this, the rest of this is like depending on your health status or whatever that your doctor feels that you need. But for me, I only have, other than this, I only have iron and also vitamin D3. So I think I've covered most of it already. Before I go, I just wanted to let you guys know, if in case I think there's several you ladies who are actually going for bypass, or actually thinking of bypass, or rather your doctors has actually recommended for you to do bypass instead of sleeve gastrectomy. Let me know if you guys want me to link up to some of the ladies, my followers who actually have done bypass before, so that you can actually share your experience, or see whether it's the best option for you. Because for me, I did sleeve gastrectomy, and I might not be able to advise you better on bypass instead of VSG. So yeah, you can just drop me a DM at my personal Instagram, which is diana.bsg, and I'll see if I can help you. Yeah. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.